This was former Liverpool goalkeeper Chris Kirkland laying some flowers outside the stadium on behalf of LFC Foundation today. And he then spoke to our reporter, Sani Rudavajala.
A lot of the players do some amazing stuff in the community. Whenever they're asked to do it, they always give back, and Diogo's certainly one of them. And listen, words are really, really tough at times like this, and all we want to do as a club and as a community, as a city, is just send our condolences and love to all the family. What they must be going through at the minute is uncomprehendable, and we just want to make sure that they know that they've got the full support of the city, the club, the foundation. And I think you've seen up and down the country and all over the world the outpouring of love and how much it's devastated people.
Yeah, so many have made the respects here, and also we've heard stories as well on just he really got it, didn't he? You're with the foundation. He really did take a big part in that.
He did. I think a lot of players when they do come to Liverpool, they buy into the city, and he was certainly one of them. The fans adored him. His song is one of my favourite songs and a lot of people's favourite songs, and you don't get a song like that unless you take to the city and show how much you love Liverpool as a football club, but also as a city. And you've just seen all this today. The outpouring of love and how much he meant to a lot of people. When you watch somebody week in, week out on the pitch, you feel as though they're part of you, and you can see that by all these fans, not just here but all over the other countries as well. And it's just, the world is just, it works in devastating ways, and it baffles you, and this has certainly done that. But like I said, it's football unites people, and it will do again. Football will carry on, but at this moment in time, we just want to send all our love, as I said, to all their family, and what they must be going through is in this devastating times.
And you said you're working with the chaplain as well, so there is support in place for the players and for the whole club here. Yeah,
listen, the club will do the right thing. Obviously, they'll be in contact with the family. They won't do anything without the family's blessing, but yeah, Bill's done amazing stuff for many, many years in the club, and will continue to do so. So yeah, listen, the players will obviously get together and try and get through it the best way they can, and they'll certainly want to honour Diogo and his brother as well. The family's lost two members, which is just at the same time, which is just, as I said, you can't imagine the impact that's going to have. But we just want to send as much love as possible from the club and from the city and from the foundation.
Yes, and that was Sani speaking to Chris Kirkland there, and we can join him at Anfield right now. Hi there. Obviously, a lot of tributes still pouring in. And yeah, how is Jota being remembered at Anfield today, Sani?
Afternoon, yeah. Well, there's a book of condolence that's open at the moment. There's also a digital one as well that Liverpool fans are taking the time to queue up if they're here or get involved online, and the tributes that continue to arrive here. We've had shift workers in the morning, school kids before they've started their day, and now into the afternoon, people taking a moment from over the lunch break and maybe even the afternoon off to come and pay their respects. And I've got John Gibbons with us here from the Anfield Wrap. John, you actually interviewed Diogo Jota quite a few times, didn't you? He was somebody who really made a huge impact on you as well.
Yeah, on all Liverpool supporters. Listen, he was a real fan favourite, but for us who were able to spend time with him, you just get even more respect from him. First of all, for giving up his time to speak to fan media, which no player has to do, but it was something he wanted to do. He was preparing for a cup final, but was happy to chat for us for, I think it was meant to be 20 minutes, but we did 25, 30 because he was having a good time, and he was just enjoying, telling stories, getting to know us a little bit better, hearing out from our experiences as fans, because here in Liverpool, you've got this great bond between supporters and the players on the pitch, and we have that. You see that for the parade, you see that in wonderful moments like after Spurs, and for them, they felt our love, and for us, we wanted to give that all the time. And so it was really nice to speak to him about that, to speak to him about how much it meant to him to play in front of the Liverpool fans and to wear the Liverpool shirt. It meant a huge amount to him, and that's one of the reasons why he was so popular.
Yeah, and the song as well, that's been a big thing about. He got that song and it was so memorable because of those efforts on the pitch. Everyone kind of knew what sort of person he was like.
Yeah, there's different ways you get a song at Liverpool. It's sometimes you've scored big goals in big moments, or sometimes it's for what you show on the pitch and the heart you show on the pitch. Diogo did both of those things, so it was no surprise he quickly got one and quickly got a great one that's, you know, going to be sung for years to come now. But you know, there's some very good players who maybe sort of haven't got that level of adulation, but for him, he had the quality mixed with the heart, the humility, and just, you could see how much it meant to him every time he pulled on that Liverpool shirt. You could see how much it meant to him to play for Liverpool, and that's all you want as a football fan, really, for someone who, you know, to go on there and give everything that you would have then more, and then to have the quality as well and to score the goals he did. You know, he was just everything you wanted as a fan.
I was talking to Chris Kirkland about buying into it and getting it. You had a chat with him after he played against Leicester City in the Carabao Cup, didn't you? And he had a bit of stick with the fans there. He knew that side of it too.
Yeah, he was sat on the bench when Leicester were winning and they were gloating a little bit in the stands as they want, and it was annoying us Liverpool fans, and from what he said, annoying him as well. So he was desperate to get on, and as soon as he scored his penalty, he was right over there. And I asked him about that, thinking he'd play it down a little bit. You know, sometimes footballers, after they lose themselves in these moments, you know, talk about that. But if anything, he doubled down really, and he was ready to go. No, they annoy me like they annoyed you, and it felt like he wanted to stick up for us as Liverpool fans. You could see the stick that we were getting in the stands, and he felt, well, I could do something about this. I can go on and shut them up, and that's what he did. And I think that showed what he was really. He understood what football meant to people, and he understood what football meant in this city and all the other cities he played in as well. I know how much he meant to Wolves fans. We've seen that, you know, how much he meant to in Portugal, and I think wherever he played, he really touched people, and that's a rare thing, you know, in modern football for everyone, every club you play for, every national team, every person you play with, to only speak big things about you. That's rare, and that shows the qualities of him as well.
And looking at all these tributes, you can see here, we talked about online as well, but to see so much here in person, it's the entire length of the main stand here is filled with flowers and scarves and tributes. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it takes your breath away. I only arrived about 10 minutes before our chat, and it's the first time I've seen it. I didn't come up yesterday. I decided to spend time with myself and family yesterday and to try and get my head around it. I don't think it did really hit me properly yesterday what had happened. It does when you come today and you see this. It's stunning really, and it's beautiful in a way to see it red, and you show how much it means to people. It really does, you know, make it feel a lot more real, which is very sad, but also it's nice to see, you know, just how many obviously people want to pay tribute to him and want to say thank you really for everything that he gave us, and I think that's what you see today. It's people paying tribute, but also people who want to say, listen, you were everything we could have wanted as a Liverpool player, and it's so sad that that's been taken short. It's so sad that we don't get to watch him next season. It's obviously even sadder for the family. He doesn't get to see his kids go up and stuff like that. Listen, that's obviously more important, but this is just people trying to pay their small tribute and lay a scarf down, lay a shirt down, just, you know, to give their little bit to say thank you and to show like how sorry we all are.
Finally, John, I know things move very quickly and we're all at different parts of accepting what's happened to Diogo Jota and Andre Silva as well, but there has been conversation about marking Diogo's memory, some conversation around retiring the shirt. It might be a bit early to talk about that, but as someone who represents the fans with the Anfield wrap, what would you like to see to mark and remember Diogo Jota?
The club will get it right, and there's a lot of good people who work within Liverpool Football Club, and already with what they've put out, they've hit the tone really well. The video they put out last night, there would have been people working on that who would have known Diogo and they would have been hurting themselves and would have known him in a personal capacity, but the fact that they worked all day to get that out last night just shows the quality of people we have working at the football club. I don't know what will happen, but whatever happens will be the right thing, and they'll get it right. And he'll be remembered. This is a football club that remembers its legends. You know, you walk around there now. There's a stand named after Kenny. There's a statues for Shankly, for Paisley. There's the, you know, the tributes for the legends of this football club wherever you look, and we remember our heroes, and he's one of our heroes. He's won so many trophies for Liverpool. So when the time comes, the club will get it right.